What's up, ladies and gents? Sinister1, your host here. Welcome to my Hitman VR walkthrough for Silent Assassin. First mission up is called Paris. Let's take a look at the mission objectives, and then we'll go in and tell you exactly how we're going to do it. It's go time.
Good evening, 47. Your destination is the Paris Fashion Show by Sanguine, one of Europe's leading couture brands. Your targets are Sanguine owner Victor Novikov, a former oligarch turned fashion mogul, and his partner Dalia Margolis, a retired supermodel, an iconic power couple on the global fashion scene, and two of the most dangerous people in the world. Novikov and Margolis are in fact the ringleaders of Iago, an enigmatic spy ring that deals in the global elite's most valuable secrets. Unscrupulous and opportunistic, Iago has caused disastrous security leaks all over the globe. When Crimean separatists caused a deadly meltdown at the Odessa nuclear power plant, Iago gave them access to the plant's security network. And when the Delgado drug cartel shot down the plane of President Hernandez and his family, Iago provided the classified flight plans. Now Novikov and Margolis have obtained a knock list of British undercover agents, which they plan to sell at a secret Iago auction during the Sanguine show. So our client, MI6, need us to stop the ringleaders before the knock list ends up in the wrong hands. The Sanguine show will be swarming with security, and Victor Novikov will be the focus of everyone's attention. But despite his posturing, he is merely the money man. The real target is Dalia Margolis. Beautiful and brilliant, she is a master manipulator and the true brains behind Iago. Two targets, a highly public event. At first glance, an impossible task. Then again, I do know how you love a challenge. I will leave you to prepare.
Alright, so we're going to go in with pretty much everything default. I've got two unique kills that we're going to set up here. They're a part of the mission stories. Hopefully you guys enjoy. So excited to bring this to you. Don't forget to leave a like. It really helps the channel out. Hopefully you're enjoying Hitman VR.
Welcome to Paris, 47. The show is just about to start. This is the red carpet event of the season, and the guest list is a veritable who's who of the global fashion elite. You will find Victor Novikov basking in the spotlight, while Dalia Margolis hosts the heavily guarded auction on the second floor for a group of Iago's top customers. Now, event security will keep a watchful eye on any suspicious activity, but I trust your timeless look shall fit right in. Good luck, 47.
Alright, so first things first is we're going to head inside. Then we are going to set up a specific kill, which is leading our male target into a certain area so that we can take him out. I'm trying to make this as immersive as possible, trying not to move my head around too much so some of you don't get sick, but obviously we know exactly what we need to do and we're going to head there, so it could be going from one location to another pretty fast.
Mr. Novikov, Decker here. I'm at the show. No. Well, we could hardly predict a pile-up on the freeway, could we? So you have a spot in mind, or...? Okay, fine. We'll wait in the lounge.
For years, and Showstopper is going under.
Is there a problem? Novikov is busy. Told us to stay put and enjoy ourselves. One of his security staff will come fetch us.
Tell you where we're going?
Pavilion, Northwest Gardens. Said it was away from crime.
Novikov is meeting Max Decker, a senior agent in the Russian FSB. Small world. The FSB has been mounting a criminal case against Novikov, but Decker's boss, FSB Section Chief Nikolai Kamarov, committed suicide only last night. Or perhaps not. Either way, this could be a chance to catch Novikov away from the spotlight.
Get up to that auction and finish the job.
So from this point, we got the information we need, and we need to grab a bodyguard disguise. This is fairly an easy objective to do. You just got to head over here. There's going to be one bodyguard in this kind of area. Actually, there's about 4 of them, but if you throw the coin in the proper direction, exactly where you're going to see me throw it, you will not alert anyone else, so it should just be him that gets alerted here, so we can sneak up behind him. Now remember, the only way, as far as I know, in the VR version to sneak up behind somebody is literally to be standing up and then grabbing their necks. I don't see any other way of you doing a knockout without something negative happening, like a unconscious witness or something like that. So it's much more tougher to pull something like this off than just regular. So, you know, this makes this game tremendously harder than it is regularly. Otherwise, you'd be able to complete these objectives super easy, but you really got to be careful, because sometimes you won't be able to grab his neck. You got to get close enough. If we were to try to grab it when he was down, it wouldn't work. So you have to do it at precise moments when you actually have access. It's definitely a lot more realistic and adds a significant challenge to the game. One thing to note as well is that when you're dragging bodies, in order for you to put them into places, you need to make sure that you lift their foot up into the marker. I know that sounds weird, but if you just have their foot down, if you have your controllers, or should I say your touch controllers down, the emblem will not show up to dump them into whatever bin you're trying to dump them in. So again, a strategy is to make sure that you constantly have your hands up when you're dragging a body, otherwise you won't be able to do it. Sometimes you'll get this glitch too, where you won't get the option to drag, and what I found is that just go ahead and equip the disguise before you put them in there, and that way you won't have to have this little glitch happen here. But luckily, if you go into it and then you come back out, it usually allows you to go and grab the disguise at that point. Now there's supposed to be a weapon here, but I don't see it. It must have disappeared or went somewhere, you know, maybe it fell over that little ledge there, and then we couldn't see it. But you don't need the weapon in order to move on. So at this point, we're just going to be going up, get him the information that we need, and then he is going to follow us all the way to the point that we need to meet up with the main first target.
Payday next week.
Mr. Decker, Mr. Novikov will see you now. I will escort you to the rendezvous point.
Ah, great. Thank you. Lead the way.
This can take a little while. It's a little silly. You just kind of got to go slow. If you go too far away from him, it'll automatically fail the objective, and you don't want that to happen, because then you can't go back and do it. So just be patient here. Wait a little bit, kind of go slow, let him to catch up with you, and then head to your end objective point.
Hold it. Oh, that's it, Helmut. You're on fire, big guy. Oh, Helmut, you're making me blush. Okay, hey, give me that pose you did in the George Cross video. The black woman.
Escorting Max Decker. Mr. Novikov's orders.
Been expecting you. Go ahead.
Tight security, man. Good to know. Well, well. No Novikov. Why am I not surprised?
Maybe he's fashionably late, sir.
Droll, Carson. Mr. Novikov, I'm at the pavilion. We did wait. Then your guy took us to meet you here, so which is it? I don't know. was security guy, wore a uniform. All right, fine. See you soon.
Well done, 47. Novikov is about to meet with Decker, and you have a front row seat.
He's coming. Hope our parking doesn't expire.
So, I gotta ask, Mr. Decker. Section Chief Komarov, was that your handiwork?
Look at these hands. I'm a bureaucrat, Carson. I don't go around staging perfect suicides. No, I dare say young Komarov got a taste of Viktor Novikov. Ask me, he had it coming anyway. Nobody likes an overachiever.
And the file. Must be pretty important for Novikov to cough up 7 digits. What's in it?
Every bit of dirty intel the FSB ever collected on him. Our friend Novikov wasn't always in fashion, Carson. But the public has a short memory span.
Ah, and now he's tying up loose ends.
Securing his legacy. And our retirement plans.
Mr. Decker. How are things at the office?
That's 91 all over again. Komarov is found dead, gun in hand, office locked from the inside. In his safe, evidence that he was leaking state secrets to Langley. An FSB section chief, Kremlin's golden boy, a CIA spy. Look, I don't know who you hired to pull this off, but I want his number.
Trust me, you don't. The case file, please.
Right. Of course. Last and only copy. There was an unfortunate server room fire at HQ. Misery loves company.
Oh, Mr. Decker. You know, I do believe this is going to be the start of a beautiful friendship. The money's being wired to your account.
Do I need to call my guy in Switzerland?
Why, haven't you heard? I am an honest businessman. Do svidanya, Mr. Decker. Well, that's that. Take a stroll, would you, Kurt? I'd like to savor the moment.
You sure that's wise, sir?
I'll be fine.
At this point, you just want to make sure that there are no guards looking in this direction because they can spot you in this disguise. And just kind of follow him and do your worst.
Finally, a clean slate. Didn't come cheap, but it was damn well worth it.
Good work, 47. Time to find Dalia Margolis.
Always make sure you give a good wave, of course, to say goodbye. I feel like we hardly knew him, but I feel like we got to know him pretty well. Now we're going to be heading to our next objective, and we're going to be using the helmet disguise. We're going to take a little walk on the runway, and then we're going to get a private encounter with our final target. I think this is a really cool kill, and that's why I wanted to show this one off to all of you. Now, you do need to remember that you need to take out this guard here as well, because he will be able... There's no place to hide the body. You don't have enough time to really hide Helmet's unconscious body before everything, before he would actually see him. So this guy we're going to want to take out, but you're going to want to do after you hear the conversation and you take out Helmet.
Dalia? Helmet. Not yet. I go on in a few cycles, I think. I think I'm in, but I want to be clear on a few details. Fine. I'll be up after the show. Yes, ciao.
According to our intel, Helmut Kruger is friendly with Dalia Margolis. I suspect that Iago uses fashion models to infiltrate the lives of the rich and powerful, and Kruger is likely one of their spies. His face paint conveniently obscures his features, and the two of you already share a striking resemblance.
Now that we're able to get up on him, you got to be fast. And again, you can't move too fast because you don't want him to hear you. You got to get up. It's very, very difficult to do. Even something as simple as a knockout is truly, truly difficult. And again, make sure you lift that foot up. Once we take him out, then we can go over, of course, and finish the rest of this, which is to call our main target on the phone, and then the rest of it will pick up from there. I tell you what, though, shooting these weapons in VR is actually really cool, and I recommend just kind of go guns a-blazing sometimes, especially when you're in VR. You'll really, really enjoy it. So let's grab the disguise, and then we're going to take the body over to that same place where we dumped the other one. That way, nobody will see these bodies at any point, although nobody does come back over here, so technically you don't have to do this, but this just keeps with the notion of, you know, trying to be as stealthy as possible and make it as realistic as possible. I love how you can just see his foot right there as you're dragging him. But from this point, I'm going to be quiet for a while. I'm just going to let it play out and show you just how fun the next section of this mission is.
Dalia, Helmut here. Remind me again, where were you supposed to meet?
Second floor, Voltaire Suite, next to the auction.
Got it. You want me to drop by now, or...?
No, it's essential that you walk the runway. Do the job, then come see me right away.
So, I was in the bathroom before, and I heard these guys talking about it all.
Insulting to them. Just...
Where the hell is it? Is that a no, Dennis? Did you just deny me?
Mr. Kruger, need a touch-up, I see. No problem, just sit back and relax. Won't take a second.
Appreciate it.
And Novikov, trying to take my place. She needs to be taught a lesson.
Madison, please. The world already suspects you were in the acid attack on Cecilia Sanchez. If Miss Malewa gets hurt too, don't you think people will connect the dots?
We'll make it look like an accident. Like loose floorboard, wayward sandbag. What do I know? It doesn't have to be permanent. Broken leg, kneecap. Can you imagine if Dennis? Hanging on by a thread as
Yes, madam.
This is bullshit.
There, you are all set, Mr. Kruger.
What is it?
Good work.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Kruger. Break a leg.
Hey, what the hell are you
Say
doing?
no.
No. This is all wrong. No, I hate that.
She smells
Asshole.
terrible breath.
Hey, new thing.
Perfect timing, Kruger. Get up there.
wanted to talk during that section, but I thought that it just wouldn't make sense. It'd be more fun to just allow that section to kind of come out there. Hopefully that music isn't copyrighted. I can't remember if it is or not. Now, I couldn't remember if you actually get seen here, or not seen, but if they do a frisk on you, because remember, we do have weapons on us, but they do not frisk you. In this disguise, you're free to go all the way up to the top floor, and then we can take care of business. Now, at first I was thinking about doing the fiber wire kill, but I was like, we're going to do some fun kills in these videos, not necessarily fiber wire kills, because those are the stapletons of what all Hitman games are, meaning that, you know, when we do our suit-only versions, probably some of them are going to be those. But here, we're going to keep it kind of tied to a specific, unique kills.
Please, have a seat. So, Helmut, you accept my offer?
I'm in. What's the job?
Straight to the point. I like it. As it happens, I have the perfect assignment for you. Jessica Highmore.
Highmore Consulting.
The very same. That's why I wanted you in the show, so Jessica would notice you. Now, I want you to go to New York, seek out Jessica, and do what you do best. The girl is bright, young, beautiful, and should be right up your alley.
And yet she's not the mark.
My, you do catch on fast. No, that would be her father, CEO John Highmore. Jessica is your way in. Befriend him, get his trust. Highmore Consulting is planning a merger. I want to know with whom and at what price.
All right. Consider it done.
And that's for you. Keep it on you at all times. Last resort.
Cyanide. Good choice.
We've got trouble. Yes? Well, it's a little late now, isn't it? No, I'm gonna deal with this immediately. Selena's a big girl. She knew what she was getting into. Put a detail on her, and if she shows signs of cracking, pull her out. Fine. We'll talk later. Sorry about that, Helmut. So, a toast to a fruitful collaboration.
Hear, hear.
Both targets are down. Great work. Now head towards an exit.
And of course, once we get the body over here, I love how her foot just kind of shows up there. We are free to exit, say goodbye to her, and continue on. We're going to exit via the helicopter in the main backyard. And I really do hope you guys have enjoyed the walkthrough so far. It's been a pleasure to play this in a virtual reality way, which of course you're seeing it in first person. It's really cool. Definitely a lot more difficult and tougher to figure some of these things out. And, you know, hopefully we're up to the task to be able to complete the entire series this way. So continue to leave those likes, continue to leave those comments, and make sure you say goodbye to everybody before you leave.
How was Moscow?
Kamarov is gone. I set him up as a Langley spy. It's quite the scandal at the FSB. His death will not be investigated. Your turn.
Very well. The secrets of the global elite. 5 years of work, everything we've collected. This thing makes WikiLeaks look like a gossip rag. The pen beats the sword, huh?
I have found that whoever wields the sword decides who holds the pen. Smile, Victor. Your reputation is safe. Now run along. I'm sure you have pretty dresses to attend to. Victor, good luck with the show. I have a feeling it's going to be the one you'll be remembered for.